Housing. Other furnishing. Creo que más. Ahí. Creo que creo. Ok, comencemos ya la historia. Old enemies, new friends, old friends, brother. Oh, máxima. Ah, ok, creo que este parche va a ser básicamente negocio. Ok, no, plan. No, pero la despedida de Essen. Ni siquiera tiene orejas de Essen. Lo más impresionante de todo es que Máxima es super hero, la verdad, en sí, pero bueno. ¡Carbón, qué hermoso! amigo! Bueno, bueno, hermano. ¡Ah! ¡Está vivo, Gaius!
They're here, Commander.
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark. Not that I understand half of it. When the science spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury. I trust you two require no introduction.
We meet again, hero of Eorzea. Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows, and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
Y era maldito Warrior of Light. Y no era Gaius el responsable de todo lo que pasó en Praetorium, pero bueno.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence. Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight, but to me his description seemed anything but, and upon further investigation I found that I was right. The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended. The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanus, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery. What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea. We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope. Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon and emerged victorious. We need you. And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
The Ascians' downfall was to be the work of my remaining days. But it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all. Even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon, our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
Que están dejando complicada la situación, pero bueno. Ruby, don't stay. Voy a hacer esa misión después, yo creo. Porque ahora que eso desbloquear Ruby Weapon.
Now that we are all here, what news from the source? A new Ultima weapon? We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern. With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion.
Oh.
Thanks in large part to Urianger and Beklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white morosite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one. An ark for soul and mind both that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will.
However?
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allegan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within Orosite or any other crystal.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
As well you should be. The Allegan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found. Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
My apologies.
Lena.
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness.
Oh.
But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
No.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
No, y se cola la conversación de la final. Dinero.
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
By himself? Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe he did. I've never seen anything like it. So I says to him, "Who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness?" And he says, "No, I'm a warrior of light." And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
A warrior of light?
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be him, the warrior of darkness.
Eh? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
I had hoped to fight at your side today. But I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin-Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
¿Qué sucede, Lira? ¿Qué sucede? ¿Qué sucede?
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch.
Oh.
Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating. Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice. Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man, a younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there. Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before.
No, lo contrario.
Are you sure? Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
Oh, linda la Lina. Oh, linda. You have business with the Crystal X car? La verdad que sí deben de haber dicho esto hace rato en vez de como dejarlos como villanos. La verdad es que quedaron muy mal así los boys. la música. Básicamente el Ascar ya habló de esta cosa, pero pues no contó todo debido a los últimos con M Celsius, con los M Celsius. Pero bueno, arriba. Pero no puede subir. Si no, sin ese de. Ahí, sí. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué sucede? Ya estaba a punto de decir esa forma de decir saludos. Por Dios. Ok. ¿No es raro intentar hacer directos de día así? Por ejemplo, la semana pasada hice así. La semana pasada hice directo de día, la verdad. El de Paitero lo hice, por ejemplo, prácticamente temprano también. Prácticamente, sí. Todo yo. Got this. No estoy interesado en escuchar la historia de los Warriors. De Warriors. A ver, necesito bajar. Hay una parte como posible que puedo bajar directamente. Creo que no puedo bajar directamente de este lugar, creo. No, pero me sale mejor hacer lo siguiente: tomar un teleporte. A la cabina de la curiosidad. Oh, qué aburrido estar en la cama. A mí me aburre estar en la cama, de verdad. Incluso jugar estando en la cama o operar con la cama me deja. Necesito estar en una silla, eso sí. No me gusta estar todo por la cama. Me gusta, lo desprecio, sí. Yo desprecio personalmente. Donde dije que ahorita lo hice. Yo desprecio la cama, de verdad. Pero bueno, ¿es necesario? Sí, pero... I despise it. 2 al gate. Uff. Vamos al 2 al gate. Entonces, va a pasar. ¿Qué pasa aquí? ¿Qué va a pasar acá? Albert aparece. Aparece Advercio. Ahí se va el hospital. Ese comodio es sensible. No sé, yo opino que la cama me quita tiempo, la verdad. No me gusta por eso. Después eso también que duermo con suerte como 3 a 4 horas diarias, promedio. Si duermo más de 6, despierto agotado. No puedo dormir más de 6 horas. 6 horas como mi límite, sí, mi límite, la verdad. Pero bueno. No, porque dije claramente ayer, imbécil, de que iba a ser la Steam temprano. Lo dije claramente. Lo dije claramente. Oh, esta gente, por Dios. ¿Sabes que si se pone olvidadizo voy a empezar a dar timeout, de verdad? Porque a mí me están aburriendo ya. Así que estar repitiendo cuestiones, por eso. A mí me están aburriendo, de verdad, por eso.
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we?
Trabajo no lo hace el municipio, nosotros le pedimos a una empresa que ve y que lo hace, por lo tanto eso ya está. Mira, voy a volver a consultar, pero por lo menos la primera respuesta que me dieron, que más amiga fue esa. ¿Ah? Por si acaso. Chao, un abrazo.
Muchas gracias por la información. Y esta respuesta
Tengo que cambiar estos audífonos definitivamente para monitorear la capturadora. Así que ya los dejo ya partido, de verdad, porque ya me estaba aburriendo. Literalmente como que, oh, qué tan temprano, oh, qué tan tarde, cuando yo digo el día de ayer de qué es lo que voy a hacer. Yo digo, oh, ¿qué voy a hacer mañana? Yo ya lo dije hace 1 hora atrás, o algo así. Ay, por algo de repente dejo comunicados. Ok. ¿Puedo volver al MSQ, por favor? ¿Puedo volver al MSQ? Por favor. Yo creo que duermo aproximadamente 7, 8 o 6 horas. Incluso menos, pero es cuando me despierta mi hermano. Ah, ¿tienes un hermano? ¿En serio? No tenía, yo te pensé que eras hijo único. ¿Tenía un hermano? ¿En serio? ¿Mayor o menor? No tenía ni idea. Porque creo que es la primera vez que me comentas eso. Si no me equivoco. Porque generalmente no lo comentas, pero bueno. Sí, pero el hecho de como te dijiste que se te raro ver un directo al día es como en el momento de día es como, oye, he hecho transmisiones o videos en sí en el día. No es raro.
Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think
qué
on this
aburrido, dos
occasion,
hermanos,
the honor
tenés que tener
should
una
fall
hermana,
to
así que
you.
aburrido, la verdad. O tal vez no, la verdad, sí. Sí.
they would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
Voy a hablar yo. Está bien. Aprovecha eso, después de los 20 años se van a poner como arpías. Y es lo peor. Lo digo porque tengo 2 hermanas. Y yo soy el del medio. Así que me llevo todas las tragedias de las 2. Yo soy el que lleva las tragedias de las 2. Así que bueno.
Wicked White? The Warriors of Light did all that?
Yep.
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls. And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed their names.
Yep.
This should go a long way towards clearing the air.
Oh, ahí está. Pero no es Arbert. Es otra hacha.
Impossible. I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Nay. Yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
Ahora está ahí.
What in the world?
No me pongo pistola. Me salió pistola.
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
Sí que es él.
That it should be the Warrior of Darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time, though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may.
People of the Crystarium! I am Ardbert, one of those you know as a Warrior of Light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass. The hero who stands before you now, the Warrior of Darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when he must return to his home.
Oh. Say it.
But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it. The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new Warriors of Light!
What? Us? Warriors of Light?
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired unto the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
Necesito saber algo. Creo que el Warrior of Darkness ahora mismo tiene que invocar a Ardbert, porque ese es el Ardbert que tiene dentro. Porque no creo que Ardbert vaya a apuñalarlo por la espalda al Warrior of Darkness. No creo que lo haga.
So, that is a Warrior of Light of the First.
Indeed.
I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Es por eso, porque el alma de él la tengo yo.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew MUCHAS. That is proof that he is with you still.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not, which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
Dios.
That he is an Ascian.
Oh no.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus.
God damn it.
That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emetzelk's failure here in the first, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen? My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
Sí. Especialmente las Coreas.
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Ninfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion, I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emet-Selch single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while the Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion. Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Oof.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps?
Puede ser.
Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Yo creo que el hecho de que se fue el alma del cuerpo de Arbor originalmente causó de que el hecho pudiese tomar cuerpo de Arbor actualmente, sí. Yo creo que básicamente pasa por eso. Y el Dios efectivamente tiene ese rol porque es el asset de la ropa blanca. Él es el blanco.
When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the
Tal vez el propósito de Elidibus no es tal vez aplicar luz de nuevo en todo el Tefer, sino básicamente si hay un balance de mucha oscuridad en un mundo, tener algo de luz, así como realmente pasar el The Source. Pero aún así no sabemos la intención verdadera de ellos.
Undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent.
Oh, esta escena era del Heaven's. Ahora esto es cuando... Esto se mostró apenas, ¿cierto?
Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
Oof.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
It would appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
Sí, Alphino está básicamente en ello, entonces bien. Sí, es verdad, tener mucho detrás de él sería mala idea. Pero bueno. Dinero. Oh, vamos a ir a Raktika. Vamos a Raktika. Celsius. Obviamente tengo la serpiente ronca, corresponde. ¡Skrik! Oh, serpiente de mierda. Debería hacer esa V-Stripe solo por los memes. Solo por los memes debería ser esa V-Stripe. Es que el lore de esa mierda es buena. Desde la Great Serpent of Ranka es buen lore, eso sí lo que tiene. Es buen lore, la verdad. Me gustó esa línea de quest. Yeah. Pistola. Las conejalandia. Las conejas. Los viudes. Levieras. Oh, de verdad que esos dos personajes tienen una línea de quest que era súper divertida, sí. Sobre una preparación elemental. Y les salió muy mal todo. De la parte de la cuestión de quest azul para desbloquear la vista de este lugar en sí. Que tienen que hacerlo también con el otro men en sí, con una aura Shaila. Para que se cubriera la historia en sí. Es bueno saber eso, sí, es bueno todavía la verdad. It's about time. Definitivamente. Mucho tiempo para ver las cinemáticas. Y accept the store. Ok. Tenemos instancia. Ok, vale. Vale.
Come. Our new discoveries are to be found this way.
Ew.
The people of Ronka are known to have venerated animals, but these features do not match those of any indigenous species. This is no common beast. Though that much is plain from its proportions.
Es un alien.
Lifelike, is it not? One could almost imagine it breathed.
What? No.
Why you... Ugh.
This owl, by contrast, seems no different from the others we've seen.
The sealed door lies ahead.
Pero hace falta otro búho. Ok, otro puede estar ahí. Es más, ahí está.
As you see, one statue is missing. I expect we are meant to replace it as before.
Too simple. There will be some additional defense mechanism.
Sí, esta cosa se va a animar, por ejemplo.
Just a moment. There are words carved into the stone. He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber shall instead waken the beast and know his folly. Wait! Don't!
Oh no!
What? But I only... What is happening?
Oh.
No, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It lives!
Why am I not surprised? Prepare yourselves.
What? What? Oh, what the heck? Clear the trail of Ronca. Let's go in here. Death of Paul. Death of Paul, with a king do I vibe. To soul apart, fervent the whole water force this cry. What am I? To soul apart, if you will have something. So apart, but the same what I was. ¿Era el Oppo? ¿En serio? No sé lo que un Oppo por al final al cabo. No veo no sé por qué el Oppo sí. With first some fang and trail on the back. Okay, together we find a harmony to peace or dance to the slack. Together we find harmony to for the peace or dance to the slack. What am I? Lobo. Lobo. On belly do I crawl by the strand of spreaded rain? Rain within our hall. Whatever. It's on a serpent. That's some fine memory. Just wisely you go. Okay. So it is Debemos, high friend and foe. Choose your companion, war or sorrow now. What? No veo diferencia. Ok. Ah, ok, vale.
No mercy.
Otro foul. Pistola. Ya, ok. Sí. Thank you, the mission to be worth.
come!
'Twould seem the magics have returned us. How polite. Now, what have we learned?
Ah, we were bound to run into a living statue eventually. And now we can open the door.
Oh!
He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber. A tomb, just as I thought. Befitting a hero.
She is Vis. Could it be the Archmage Tiuna?
The Archmage.
A legendary hero of Ronka, as you surmised. The tales tell of how she smote entire armies with a single incantation, so potent was her spellcraft. Though she ever fought in the name of peace.
I thought them no more than tales. To think she really existed.
Well, I for one always believed.
I wonder. By the light of fallen stars, great power awakens.
Ew.
Tiuna was not only a master of spellcraft. It is said she could see truths long lost and hear the voices of men's hearts.
Naught less than the echo.
Oh.
In which case, none of this is mere coincidence. A shower of stars setting the sky aflame. And in both this world and the Source, we find individuals within whom a mysterious power awakened at the sight. We can never unpick the why of it. Now, however, I believe we might. Does the scene depicted here not resemble the one we saw when we first ventured into the Katana Ravel? Moreover, does it not recall that which Selk invited us to witness in Amarot? The final days. If, as the Exarch's research suggests, soul and mind share a fragile yet profound bond, might it not be possible for an event to leave such a deep imprint upon the soul that it could be perceived eons later, given a suitable trigger? The echo defies explanation by conventional etherological theory, or shall we say modern etherological theory. But if it is a power that once belonged to the ancients, to souls yet undivided, it would seem I have entered the realm of pure speculation, and I call myself a scholar. I shall refrain from making any further wild claims until such time as I have evidence. Still, I cannot choose but be reminded of our experience in Amarot. Remember us.
History is learned, not lived. We have always protected the tales of Ronka, just as we have protected this place. But we are mindful of what our mothers taught us. We see the past through our own eyes, and speak of it with our own words. Thus do we come to understand it in our own way. But this is not the same as remembering.
Your mothers were wise. Though we witnessed the final days, our impressions could not fail to be colored by our own experiences and expectations. Those who lived through it would have perceived the event quite differently. We must bear in mind that it is no simple matter to keep the truth alive, or it will die with Selk and his kin. But we have disturbed Tiuna long enough. Fana will serve similarly well as a venue for our contemplations.
Enrunado. Enrunado. No, su escoba va a hacer su swish, swish, swish. Uf. cuando esté preparando la sopita. Puedo preparar la sopita. Han creado
If you were hoping to vent your frustrations on our Issa friend here, I can only apologize.
Few as they are now, it took us no time at all to track it down.
That suits our purpose perfectly. Now we need only wait for Ardbert to arrive.
Weren't you two meant to be attending to the empty?
We were, and are, but we can hardly ignore the rest of the world. So we thought we might see how things were coming along. From what we can gather, the answer is strangely.
Right now, we think we can do more good here.
It is heartening to have all present.
Indeed. We will be glad of the additional hands should matters escalate.
Our quarry has come.
It seems I've lost this particular race.
Oh, pero los colores son distintos.
Well, though I suppose it's only fair. When we first met, it was I who outpaced you. Ravana, was it?
Sí, efectivamente es él.
But where are my manners? I wouldn't be here were it not for you, and I have yet to say a word of thanks. Poor fellow. He will be sorely missed.
Very well. Let us forego this pretense. After all, it was never you that I needed to deceive. Yes, it is I, Elizabeth. Through your time in Emetzelk's imitation of our home, I dare say you have gained a better understanding of my role since last we met. Not that it matters.
We understand your role, emissary, but not your goal. What is it that you seek to achieve?
I seek to enact the will of the Convocation, of course. If it helps you to think of me as but another Ascian, no different in nature or purpose from the rest, you are welcome to do so.
Once, I would have said your goal was destruction alone. Now I understand that you fight for something you love, just as we do. Yet though we seem doomed to clash, I bid you consider Emetzelk's final words. Remember that we once lived, he said. Had he not seen some glimmer of hope in our kind, I do not believe he would have spoken thus.
None better understood your plight than he. His words must surely be worthy of your consideration.
Emmet Selk.
Emmet Celsius.
How very unlike you to err so gravely. That one should stray at the end of so onerous a path is understandable. But I had thought you above such weakness. Mayhap you thought the same. But I shall do so now, as is my duty, and return all to its proper course. As for you, look at yourselves. Look at your history. Look back 100 short years to how your greatest warriors were undone. And now, at but a word from me, you raise your hands in answer like the puppets you are. Naught has changed. You fail, and you fail, and you learn nothing. Allow that which is most important to slip through your fumbling fingers like so many grains of sand, again and again and again, and you would remember us. You do forget yourselves. There is no common ground to be found between you and I. Nor do I require any. I have my duty.
Wait!
Well, we have confirmed the identity of our foe at least. And 'tis safe to say his objective is the rejoining.
But we still have no idea how playing the part of a warrior of light will further his cause, nor why he would spur others to do the same.
Another visit to the Tempest may shed some light upon these mysteries. Whether we are to exchange words or blows with Elidibus at our next meeting, the fact remains, we know too little. Ere our paths cross again, I would learn more of the world that once was, and of Elidibus himself. In this, we would be best served going directly to his home, much as Emmet Selk came to ours.
Though I see the wisdom in thy suggestion, the Amarot we visited is but a phantom born of Emmet Selk's memory. I fear it will teach us little that we do not already know.
I quite agree. Yet the ruins of the actual city remain unexplored. Given the vastness of the Tempest, I should not be surprised were there more such structures like to those in which the Ondo reside. Keep that up and I'll send you to bed without supper.
Assuming we are all in agreement, then I suggest we first pay a visit to the Ondo. If anyone can tell us where more ruins are to be found, it is...
Beta Celsius. Te ha llevado los goodies. Carbucle. dungeon. Se viene un dungeon. For the job. Wait. Oh no. Fuck. Jesus. Oh, qué weá. Claro, pueden tomar botecito. Voy a decir eso. Oh. Again. Oh, su descanso. Topic. No, sumisión off topic. Sumisión off topic XD. beneath the surface. Nemesis, and I need there.
My turn! Our fates are not
Here
yet
we go.
sealed.
Listo. Esta parte, let's go. Dungeon. Oh, la ballena. Northrun. Nemesis and Aether. Oh no. Nemesis and Aether. Oh, te han creado. Sígueme. Todos son fantasmagoria. ¿Qué onda la música de este dungeon? Ah, qué bueno el Summoner con la chucha.
shall protect you.
Dead.
Are you all right?
Oh, se me pegó. El Phoenix.
Keep your guard up. Thy time has not yet come. Ya. No, otra vez no. Ok. Together we shall overcome this. Together we shall overcome this.
What, pero si me moví, what the fuck? Uy. Casi me muero en esa pelea. Si no fuese porque después cambié al Tomás Carboncle. Oh. Sí, porque el día de anoche dije claramente que iba a transmitir temprano. Claramente lo dije. Anoche lo dije. Por cierto, ¿cómo estás? Ok, algo que sé. Joder, temprano, no sé. Ok. Me parece raro que no se dé nuevo el detalle. Pero bueno. ¿Qué pasó? Ok, pasa ahí. Parece raro que no pasara, la verdad. O sea, no me pasó en toda esta semana, la verdad, eso sí. Pero me había percatado de que te había salido con lag, la verdad. Pero bueno, en sí. ¿Qué Son las 2:41. Si termino el parche 2.5.2, perdón, Voy a darle un recess. Y después vuelvo después de 1 hora. Sí. Voy a aprovechar de almorzar y todo por el estilo. Sí, voy a aprovechar de comer algo, la verdad. Sí. Bueno. Ojalá yo estuviera en clase, la verdad. Pero todas las cosas prácticas, módulos así, se quedaron, ¿cómo se llama? Se quedaron pendientes, supongo. Así, la verdad. Así que estoy esperando, la verdad. Bueno, yo estoy en mi último año, mi último semestre, mejor dicho. Pero bueno, por lo menos estoy trabajando en el proyecto de título, así que bueno, lo mismo. Detesto esta pandemia. Debería quedar en el dungeon. Si se resetea, voy a estar como... ¿Por qué? Debería estar en el dungeon. Debería. Sí estoy en el dungeon. No sé si realmente lo hemos podido. Creo que no. No, no creo. Me impresionaría eso si que hiciera eso. Me impresionaría la verdad. Ah, por aquí. Pues guay. Ah. Ok. Otra vez.
Keep your guard up!
Yay! Merciless Patriarch. Roxus Team. Opener. bueno con eso. Mierda. Ah, se ve que fue el cast, se fue el timing del carbón. carga de movimiento este boss. Tengo Firebird, vamos a ver. Haga falta categoría y alegoría.
This structure must have served an important function. And here are yet more crystals.
I too noted the crystal repository on the way. The Benthos seem to employ them in their spellcasting.
In such vessels did the ancients preserve concepts, ideal forms to be drawn upon in the act of creation. That so great an abundance should reside here lendeth credence to Ishtola's conclusion. This facility held great significance.
Oh.
So, it was they who first summoned Hydaelyn.
Yep.
Their discussion did seem to imply as much, yes. I cannot say I have ever heard of this Venar before.
For a certainty, Emet-Selch never uttered the name, speak though he did of the schism which Zodiark's advent wrought upon mankind. Some were of the viewpoint that his power must needs be restrained, and to that end did they call forth she who would serve as his shackles. We now know that it was this Venar to whom they looked for leadership.
And that this place, in all likelihood, served as their headquarters. The presence of such intimate records attests to that. I would hear what else they have to tell us. All of it. Did anyone see the source of the image? The device there? Then let us see what other secrets it holds. What?
Oh, fuck.
Forgive me, but did that not strongly imply that Elidibus sacrificed himself to become Zodiark's heart?
Sí. Oh.
7 hells. Then who or what are we dealing with?
Oof. Because of Full Star.
Dare I ask what's going on?
Ah, excellent timing. For me, in any case. We have a problem.
Oh.
The vast majority of those gathered here are presently in the employ of the Guard or else one of the facets, and no longer wish to be so. In principle, all are free to change vocation at any time, but a city does require a certain number of people in these positions if it is to continue to function. For the moment, I have asked them to postpone their resignation until such time as replacements can be found. As you may have surmised, we have the Warrior of Light to thank for this.
It's you! The Warrior of Darkness!
You understand, don't you? Someone's going to have to look after this place once you're gone. We just want to be ready to do our bit when the time comes.
And not only here, but everywhere. Which is why we've got to get out there and lend a hand to those in need. That's what you did, isn't it? Even if it was just little things at the start. You helped people.
Debemos, you name it.
And we're trying to do the same. We may have our sky back, but there's no shortage of people who still need help. If we follow in your footsteps, then I choose to believe we too can be heroes one day. Even warriors of light.
What are we to say to that? We can hardly tell them they are mistaken. They seek but to do good, as you have.
But no more can we stand idly by and suffer a paragon's scheme to proceed unchallenged.
What?
What's happening to the sky?
What the fuck is that?
What the?
Wicked White. Oh no!
By the 12.
A star shower.
I hear a voice.
Aidalen? What the fuck?
You and all. Then why does it feel like it's inside my head?
Hear? Feel? Think? I hear it.
Me too.
Did I not tell you, my friends? You are warriors of light! You're back!
What the fuck?
What you hear is the voice of light itself, and it has blessed you with its power. Welcome to the fold!
I'm a warrior of light.
I've been chosen?
Can it be?
Me, a hero?
Wait! The falling stars, were they your doing? And why do you need warriors of light?
What, am I to reveal my plans simply because you asked? Nay, I think not. Though the stars, I acknowledge mine. A convenient illusion apt to awaken what little is left of the power that once resided in your sundered souls. That which you and yours call the echo. And an echo it is, of a symphony, but a fraction of what men in their completeness once possessed. Even those among you who tower over others in the gift have only the faintest trace of it. But though sundered and forgotten through death and mocking rebirth, it has persisted. A whisper of our past, burned into your very ether, along with the sight of our end. Through the rekindling of memory, I have awoken the ability, just as Heidelin is wont to do when she has need of new minions.
The echo hath ever been thought a gift from Heidelin, a boon granted solely to her chosen. Yet thou wouldst claim she merely awakeneth the power that men should hearken unto? Her voice. Given the perceived simultaneity of her call and the awakening of her chosen's capacity to hear it, it is only natural that we thus attributed the source of the gift. Yet if, in truth, the echo is a prerequisite for hearing her voice, one might surmise that her call never ceaseth, such that all who awaken to their innate gift might receive of the blessing of light at the self-same instant. In sooth, we bore witness to this but moments ago. At the sight of the star shower, full many in the crowd did speak of hearing a voice in their minds, did they not?
Just so. And whenever Heidelin has need of new servants, she is quick to pluck comets from the heavens or create illusions of the same.
Why then didst thou conjure this vision, full knowing that thine age-old foe would thus claim those awakened to the gift?
Foe? You must be mistaken. As you see, I am a warrior of light. And together with my comrades in arms, I shall save the world. Just like you.
Literalmente va a pasar algo como... Va a ser como el Flood. Otra vez. No, no otra vez. Es momento del alcohol arder. The time has come. The time has come. Oh shit. Si efectivamente está la última misión, voy a aprovechar todo un descanso de 30 minutos. Voy a parar el stream. Voy a tomar un descanso de 30 minutos y después vuelvo, sí. Pero quiero ver qué pasa acá. ¿Cierto? Ok, voy a tocar segundo 3. Y ahí va a estar denso. Me dijeron que era denso. De historia. Me dijeron que era bien. Así que quiero aprovechar de comer algo. Que no comí nada todo el día, la verdad. Así que a ver qué onda. Y posiblemente tal vez setear la consola porque el editor está medio raro en sí. Así que tampoco quiero estar con problemas en el... cuando tramito así Qdora. Va a ser dentro de poco. Pero eso. Veamos qué sucede con esta misión. A ver, veamos qué cinemática me entregan. Oh, tecito. Diner. ¡Hey! Oh, me dan opciones si es que completo los jobs. Escogí Diner porque estoy como Summoner, por eso. Qué bonito que te permiten escoger. Star Tower Umbilicus.
Foiled again. If I cannot imbue the infernal thing with my power via magical means, we may need to devise a way to infuse the vessel with my blood after all.
Art thou unwell?
Or perhaps a brief respite? It wouldn't do to overtax yourself.
I'm fine. And given to stubbornness, I'm afraid. Especially when I have a stake in the outcome.
What? Overrode? De nuevo, what the fuck? Whoa, wait, what? Wait, what? What?
The dream again.
Oh. Mentira que va a llegar a un punto que va a viajar al The Source. What?
A recurring dream. They do so fascinate me. Might I trouble you for the details?
No, me estoy hueveando que está vivo.
I have always dreamed of it. Fire falling from the heavens, and the city, nay, the whole world ablaze. Indeed. Could Emmett Selk have found a way? Precious few possess memories of the final days. The final days? Why, yes. Admittedly, my knowledge is mostly second-hand, but if you are interested, I will gladly tell you the tale. The tale of the world's end.
No, ¿por qué? Estos personajes solo deben quedarse muertos. Deben haberse quedado muertos. In the name of the light, creo que se habrá sido. Sí, 5.3 comienza con In the name of the light. Ancha tu madre. ¡Ah! Ah, bueno. Voy a aprovechar de parar un poco, creo. Yo creo que sí, voy a aprovechar de pararnos por 20-30 minutos como máximo. De ahí le voy a cargo de nuevo. Pero eso, voy a darle go así. Voy a aprovechar de almorzar, arreglar un poco, o sea, hacer un poco de cuestión acá en la casa. Aprovechar un poco de eso. Y después retomo para 5.3. Definitivamente estoy odiando lo que acabo de ver. Lo estoy odiando, pero bueno. Sé qué onda con eso, así que bueno. Así que, uff. ¿Y eso? Ahí nos vemos un ratito.